Hi dolls, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nomti and welcome back to the third part of the makeup starter kit for beginners. I would suggest you continue watching. In case you haven't seen the others, I will link them down in the description box below. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, honey. Let me not waste any more time. Let's get straight into these videos. So this series is just to help beginners build their starter kits, and let's get into it.
And now for contour. So as a beginner, contour I would actually say is also optional. You will build up to it, you will practice it, and you'll get good at it, and that's that. What I'm about to show you, child, is the holy grail to your starter kit when you are a beginner. I suggest you take your 260 rand because that's what it usually retails for, but you can actually get it cheaper if you buy it online, because I saw on Takealot they have a special. If you download the app, I think it's going for like 160. I've ordered a new one because my one, whoosh, it's seen better days. But what I'm about to show you, darlings, if anything, invest in this, because I'm also going to tell you what else you can do with it. So it's very finished, I know. It's seen live, child. This is the Maybelline Master Bronze highlighting and contour kit. This here could basically be what you need from this point of, if your face is looking like this going forward, right? If anything, because I want to be very realistic, right? If you're starting out in makeup is not cheap, guys. So I'm not going to try to sit here and say go and buy that foundation and this and that and that and that that's costing 600 rand plus. I'm going to be very realistic to you. You would rather buy as little as possible and then you build up, right? For example, in this palette right here, like I said, if anything, make sure you get yourself this, and you will be able to finish your face from what it's looking like right now. Or if you just have foundation and your eyebrows on, as long as you have this here, this palette, my darling, is the holy grail. In this palette you have highlighter. As you can see, I love this highlighter, so it's almost finished. I've hit pan on it. You have a highlighter shade, you have a bronzing shade. Now bronzing shade you usually put around the apples of your cheeks, so it can basically act as a blush. Keep that in mind. And then you have a contour shade. So this contour shade I use to like shape my face, to snatch my face, right? And then you have another bronzing, sort of like more shimmery shade. We're going to contour with this, we're going to highlight with this, and then if push comes to shove and you don't want to get into the eyeshadow part, which we're going to get to in a little bit, you can actually use this palette to put some color, onto your eyelids, and that can actually also pass as like an eye look. So you'll see how I like to use it is that I would get some product into there, because this is the darker shade. So with contouring you want to, obviously with concealer you go lighter, with contouring you go darker, because you are chiseling out, you're shaping your face, you're trying to get yourself to look like child. And how I like to sort of like apply contours, that I do this with my lips so that my cheekbones pop out. So I do this, and then right here from the top of your ear into your cheek, as you can see. So if you have forehead like some of us, then you also want to go back into that like concealer shade, and then just right here by your hairline, nice, by your hairline, you're going to put a little bit of that brand shade, because what this does is that it makes your forehead look a little bit smaller, or let me just say, it gives the illusion that your forehead is not that massive. Okay, so if you have forehead issues, then yeah. Now, so for blush, again, this is totally up to the kind of girl you are. If you want nice rosy cheeks, for blush, I'm really loving the Essence the blush range. So with blush, a little goes a long way. I would child, build up to it. Don't pack on too much blush onto your brush and then directly just put it into your face. Child, like to do with the brush is that I like to go in with 2 strokes below the brush, or just tap it off. Smile. And then right in the cheeks of your apples of your cheek. Pat it in, or you can stroke it. So as you can see right now, you can't see much of it. Like I said, you would rather repeat that until you get the shade you like than put on too much and then you look crazy. So that's what I like to do. I like the patching on, to be honest. And this is the area you apply a brush. Do not go beyond here. If you go beyond your cheeks, child, no. Now I think you can see it. You can see I did it a couple of times because, like I said, you would rather build on to than have to be like, oh my gosh, how do I wipe it? And now we're going to move on to our eyes. Now for the eyes, we're just gonna go for a very simple eye look. I'm just gonna show you the 2 palettes that I would suggest as a beginner you look into. If you're like, eyeshadow is gonna be too much for me, then obviously this part is again optional. You don't have to do this part. But honey, I'm gonna tell you right now, Essence has these eyeshadow palettes that are in different themes. What I mean by different themes, for example, you see this one says Sawasti Bangkok. This is the one we're going to use today. It retails for less than 200 Rand, and this is such a great palette, guys. So the theme behind the name is that it's inspired by, I think, the sunset in Bangkok. That's why the colors are, you know, there's like orange and like dark orange, there's browns, there's golds and whatnot. So in the palette you get 10 shades. Yeah, 10 shades. The shades do not have names. You have within the 10 shades 3 of which are shimmers that you can also double up as a highlighter. Actually, as a beginner, I would suggest you get something like this. Another reason why I like these ones is also that they're so great for traveling. This is very safe for traveling. You don't have to worry about this getting squashed in your bag. I also have another suggestion. So the palette I'm about to show you is this one, the Sophie. The reason why I'm doing this is because this side is a mirror. And I don't want you to see the setup here. So this one is the Makeup Revolution Sophie collaboration. Let me show you what the box looks like. Actually, this is what the box looks like. This is, wow, this range as well has a couple of them. Great investment. Retails for about 260 Rand, and you have 18 shades in this one. So if you feel like you want to get more colors to play around with, then definitely go for this one. I'm going to grab the blending brush because I'm going to show you a very easy quick look. I'm going to use this lighter shade here as a transition shade. A transition shade is your base shade. It's like your primer shade. Okay, no, let me not say that. That's wrong. I would prime my eyelids with concealer and then like buff it out with my, if I was going to do a lot of things onto my eyes. But before you start, I would just suggest, because as you can see, there'll probably be lines on the eyes from just like, you know, the folds in the eyelid. So just as a nice base, I would take your beauty blender and just blend out your eyes. If you want to, you can dip this in your powder, but you don't have to. Just blend out your eyes like that. And then I'm going to take, like I said, this very light shade that wouldn't necessarily show up that much on my skin as like a base shade. So a base shade just helps us sort of like lay the foundation for all the other shades that we want to put on our lid. It's sort of like, how can I say, it's like, it's just basically giving you a clean canvas. That's what it's doing. So you can see it's showing up a little bit, just giving you a nice clean canvas, right? And then for, like I said, for today we're going to do a quick simple look. I'm going to grab this dark shade. Like I said, these ones don't have names, unlike the Makeup Revolution. Those have names. And then I'm just going to pack this in here in the corner of my eye like this. And then I'm just going to blend it out to the top, to the corner, not all the way in, just to the corner. I do have a video on how to actually blend your eyeshadow for beginners, so I would definitely suggest that you also go check that video out, honey, because that will actually just help you understand this whole eyeshadow part. So I'm rushing through this because, like I said, we're just doing a quick, easy, simple look. So now that I've done that, you know, I have that dark shade on the side. I'm just gonna grab the orange, this orange shade here. And then another thing is that also just when you dip into your eyeshadow palette, just remember to tap, because as you can see that there'll be obviously the powder that you've picked up is a bit packed, but there's still color on the brush. So just pat it out so that you don't mess up the rest of your face with it falling off and blah 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 blah, right? I'm gonna take that orange and then I'm just gonna start it from where I ended with it. So this is just a quick everyday. I need to be on a Zoom call. I need to get to work in the next 5 minutes phase, right? Obviously it looks like it's longer because I was just explaining everything, but also this is just like a quick, this is a 2-minute eye look, sweetie. And then what I'm gonna do is that as I had suggested, that it's also good to get yourself an applicator brush like this, so it's more flatter. As you can see, it's usually for just applying color before you blend it out with the other brush. But what I'm gonna do is actually do a cut, a cheat cut crease, whatever, half cut crease, whatever you wanna call it. I'm gonna take this shimmery shade here, and then I'm gonna just, so with the shimmery shade, just also be careful. Like I said, get product, dust it off, and these are very, you don't want these shimmery shades getting all over your eyes because then you're just gonna be shiny. But yeah, just be very careful with them. So as you can see how I picked up that product, and then I'm just gonna do like a half a moon thing right here. So just half moon, just like that. Usually what I do is like I'll put setting powder, or you can dip this in a bit of water, but not all the time. You can also just do it with the brush like this. So I'm just gonna do a half a moon thing, so we just nice and shimmery. Just do the side so you can see. And what you can also do is that you can glide it on, or you can just do that, like pack it on like that. And honestly, this is it for the eye look. It doesn't look like much, I know, but you can always go deeper within the colors or lighter or whatever. But like I said, I would suggest that you watch my how to blend eyeshadow video. And with eyeshadow, literally if you follow me on Instagram, then you will see more looks. So follow me on Instagram, honey, so you can see more eye looks. But with eye makeup, it's all just about the experimenting of it, experimenting with colors. As long as you know how to apply the eyeshadow, the sky is the limit. Okay, I will show you guys later on my channel how to do a cut crease, but this is not that kind of video, right? We're doing this kind of cut crease, this kind of cheat shimmery cut crease for today. So I'm just going in to the same shades and just doing a little bit more. I'm also just gonna take that orange again on the tip of the brush, and I'm just gonna blend out more here because I feel like that will look really nice. See what I'm talking about? Again, very optional. And that is it for the eye look. I'm not gonna do too much. Like I said, I don't want to confuse anything and anybody, okay? And then at this point, I would suggest setting the rest of your face. Setting spray helps your makeup stay on. Setting spray helps you look more alive if all of the powders have actually dried out your skin. Now, some people usually do the powders before they do the eyeshadow and whatnot, but for me, I like to do it now, right before I apply highlighter, because the highlighter sticks nicer onto skin that has just nicely been moisturized. I'm so sorry guys, there is some sort of a bug flying around, so please excuse that. So for setting spray, one I would really highly recommend is the Maybelline Lasting Fix spray. This spray is so good, guys. It literally the spray part of it is very good as well, so you get nice distribution all over your face. The product itself is great. There's a whole lot of them that you can also try. Essence has some good ones. LA Girl has some good ones. Wet n Wild also has a good one, and Maybelline also has some very good setting sprays. This one retails for under 200 rand, so it's very economical and it lasts a very long time. I think I got this sometime last year. So yeah, and you can have different ones. Just find the one that works for you, but most importantly, I'll be honest with you, find one that sprays evenly and softly and doesn't leave like little like droplets everywhere. But this is essential, especially if you need your makeup to last all day, if you're going to be in the sun, if you're going to be somewhere where you just want that makeup to not even try to budge. But setting spray is very good for that, but most importantly to just hydrate and bring back the color in your face. So I'm just going to use this one. I like to just, I'm not going to use a lot of it because yeah, I don't think I need that much today. But yeah, just let that dry down. And then for highlighter, the one that I'm going to suggest right now, oh my gosh, I love this highlighter so much. It's the Wet n Wild Mega Glow. Yo, this highlighter changed my life, guys. I absolutely love this highlighter. It is just, woo, it's like a beautiful golden color, you know what I'm saying? But remember what I had said about the holy grail of beginners. If you have this palette, my dear, this highlighter in here is also just amazing, right? Just to show you how amazing it is, I'm actually going to use the one in the Maybelline palette. I'm going to use a fan brush, which is a highlighting brush, like I said. But like I said, this is very optional if you're a beginner and if you don't want to spend money on this or you don't get it within a set. So that's the one thing I also forgot to mention earlier, guys, and I'm so sorry, is that I would actually look out for deals where you can get your brushes in sets like this, because this way you actually get them cheaper. When you buy them like, you know, one by one, whatever, they are usually more expensive, and depending on whatever brand that you're buying, there's multiple brands out there, then you know that might actually also just be very discouraging. So I would look for sets. Brush sets are always a great investment. You actually get ones that will give you the basics, which is like a face brush, a blending brush, an angled brush, a concealer brush. Yeah, but yeah, just be on the lookout for that. Like for example, these ones I got at Clicks, they were on special. I think I got them for like 110 rand, something like that, but they were on special. They're very good quality. So in terms of quality as well, is that I don't know, I don't want to say you can tell the quality, but usually if the bristles of the brush look like they're nice and they're packed and they're not gonna fall out when you wash it or when you're just using it, that's good quality. I don't know how to describe quality. You know what, I'll do a whole video on that. How about that? So getting back to the highlighter, like I said, if you can't get yourself a fan brush, because that's what I like to use highlight, I'll highlight on the one side so I can show you how easy it is with the fan brush. And this is where you highlight on that apple of the cheek of where you've applied that blush, just a little bit to the top, almost close to your eye, honey. So I like, again, blush, sorry, highlighters like blush, guys. Start off small and then build up to it. Don't just, yay, you will blind people. So a fan brush, I won't lie to you, makes it just easier for you to apply highlighter. But remember what I said, this angle brush is also your friend. You can use this to apply highlighter, and how I like to do it is just get on that bag like that, or you can use a corner or whatever works best for you. And that is how you apply your highlighter. And then I like to do just here, you want that nose to be shiny, child. I like a shiny nose. I like these shiny nose. And then what I like to do is just take with the excess highlight like that's left, I like to just pat it on my chin. And then for the bridge of my nose, I literally just use my finger. If you don't have like a very small brush, I like to just use my finger. It actually just works just fine, right? Let's not complicate our lives. But if you do have a brush like this, like the one that I was using to contour, you can also just use that to do the things, right? Or you could get yourself another optional brush. It's called a detail brush. It'll sorry, not a detail brush. Ooh, the las! It's called a pencil brush. So the reason why is because it literally looks like a pencil, like you're gonna write with it. You know, it's very packed and things like that. This is good for applying highlighter here and at the corners of your eyes. But I'm not going to complicate things. I'm going to show you how to do that with the brushes that I'm suggesting you already get. So I'm going to grab the eyeshadow brush that you used to pack on color. This is one we used to do that shimmery shade. Just dust off. And then I'm going to go back into my highlighter. Right? And then I'm going to put highlighter here. Right by the curve of you know, the eyebrow. That just gives it a nice shine when you see that. So it's always a great idea to put highlighter here, child, so that you have that nice glow, honey. And then also with the corner of this brush, just put some highlighter at the corners of your eyes. This just helps brighten up that face, sweetie. Don't be worried about being perfect with this. You're literally just packing on some highlighter in that corner of your eye. And that is it for your face. And that is it for this video, my loves. So please don't forget to, of course, comment, like, share, and of course subscribe to my channel, honey. And please make sure that you look out for the 4th and final part to this series. I really do hope that this has been helpful. I've explained before that the reason why I had to break it up in series because the video was too long. So yeah. We'll see you in my next upload. Bye.